The Schaumburg Park District and Friendship Village every year for the past 12 years, this being the 12th year, put on an annual series of games for senior citizens. We call them the Silver Games. We're at the Senior Games, the 2019 Senior Games. I'm with Lisa and Jill. Lisa's representing the Park District and one of the organizers, and Jill is representing Friendship Village, and she helps on the other end to get it set up too. So what do you think of the Silver Games, what you've seen so far?
Well, I think it's been awesome. I just love the camaraderie. It is got a little bit of competitive spirit here because everybody's after those medals. But making new friends within the community for Friendship Village is what it's all about.
Now, I just heard somebody talking to you, and your people are so busy over here, and you have 1 week out, right?
Yeah, I'm doing double duty, pretty much. I'm running the senior center still. I got a trip going out tomorrow. I'm helping with Texas Hold'em, and we've got bocce outside. So yeah, it's a little crazy and busy, but you know what? It's fun.
Right, we've been doing this, 12 years, right?
12 years, 12 years.
And I think I've been doing it 12 years also. You missed the first few years.
I did. I've been with Friendship Village now 2 years, so my second year.
Okay. And I think both of you each have your own activities. The trainers do a wonderful job. We haven't done the obstacle course yet, but that's coming up. And that's amazing.
We have 4 fitness trainers at Friendship Village that help Lisa organize this entire Silver Game expedition here for the next week, and they are fantastic people. Not only are they experienced, but they also have compassion to work with the senior community.
You're right. And you do the activities that you do over here, and bocce's one of the big ones for the seniors, right?
It is, and we just had them all kind of, spruced up a little bit and painted up a little bit, and yeah, everybody's very excited about going out there for bocce, and we got good weather, so we're really happy about
and yesterday we had good weather. This morning I've been doing this, as you know, for a long time, and we did it on JPEGs. Those are photographs. But the mile relay, you had one of the people that wasn't even a member.
It was amazing. We had, I believe, 5 groups, and they would go, and then they come around and they pass a baton, to their other teammates. And we had a gentleman that was like a pace car. He was just with them all along the whole way, and he was cheering them on as he was going. He was clapping and waving his arms and everything. And so when we got all of the medal winners together, we made him stand right in the middle, and right. There's going to be this great picture online that has his arms spread out, and we even gave him a commemorative medal because he was like a part of the games.
Right, and he did this all on his own. I mean, he really did a good job. He didn't interrupt. He was part of it.
He really did. And the funny part is we had somebody on the other end that we couldn't see, kind of cheering them on. And we had a whole group of ladies say, "What's going on here? Can we join this next year?" So, we're picking people up as we go, Burke. Pretty much.
He was an unofficial coach, wasn't he?
He was.
What's so wonderful about the Silver Games is that there's something for everybody. There are athletic events. There are also things like Texas Hold'em or puzzles that people can do and use their mind muscle as well as all the cheerleaders that we have coming out.
We've got a lot of them. People are just kind of sticking around.
And a lot. I know one of the people yesterday, there was a putting, and he wasn't able to get in on time. He was on a wait list. He ended up taking first place.
He did. I know who you're talking about, and he was very happy because it's the only day he could participate yesterday.
That's right.
Because his wife talked him into taking a vacation instead.
In fact, he's a Schaumburg Park District Foundation member.
He is.
So, but the other thing that's fun to watch is people really, they go over those rules. I know that in the rules you say, know them ahead of time, but people the competitiveness in them comes out even at the older ages.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that a lot of the seniors stick to the rules and they'll correct each other, friendly, of course,
Yeah, they
but
do.
they'll correct each other and make everybody abide by the boundaries.
Yeah. Does this group over here, do they look forward to the games every year too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They'll ask me, when is the information coming out? You know, what are we doing this year? And they all want like a little in, you know. And I'm like, you're just gonna have to wait till it comes out. Yeah, like our bocce players, and we've got a lot of card players over here, and we've even had some other people that don't always frequent us here, but they came in from the community this year.
Right, yeah.
Which is
Well, like upstairs, I think they will join you next year. Well, okay, we got a week to go. It's a long week for us that are working it, but it's always a lot of fun. We hope you enjoy watching this, and we're going to go to some more events. So hope to see you in a few seconds here. We're at the bocce tournament right now, and we're with Mary and Joanne. And what got you involved in this?
Oh, I just love to be in on stuff. Win or lose, it's a lot of fun.
Okay, anything special about bocce for you?
No, just good fun. Just
Now both of you are at Friendship Village, right?
yes, yes.
Okay, do you play, there's a bocce court over there?
I know that we come over here to play, but I haven't played. I do once a year at the senior games.
Okay. And do you practice at all for this?
Now, I haven't this time, but we can practice like in the fitness room or in one of the rooms there, but I didn't practice at all this year.
Now, I know the people that organize this are very involved in fitness and all that. She's my mother. That's why she has to keep me clean. The fitness people really work hard. Do you like going down there and they do a variety of things?
Oh God, yes, yeah. And they are so much fun and so in tune to getting you to be fit and making it fun for you. They're fantastic.
Okay, how about you? What do you like best over at the fitness?
Oh, I like all the exercise. You know, I go to at least 3 of them. I like water volleyball.
Right. So
Yeah.
are we going to see you in water volleyball?
Yes,
this year?
you will.
Okay. Well, I hope that you do well in the games and hope you're enjoying it. And thank you for coming over and having an interview with me. We're at day 3 of the Silver Games. And Ed, have you participated before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, so this is great. What do you think of these games?
It's a lot of fun. I didn't join up for too many of them, but so far it's been half a week and a lot of things interesting.
You're still looking forward to a medal, or you
No,
got
I
one
actually
hit?
got one in putting on Monday. Yeah, but don't have it on right now.
So you started off the week in good shape.
In good shape. Yeah.
Now this obstacle course, isn't that sort of amazing?
It's interesting, quite difficult if you think about it.
It
Do
really
it
is.
time frame. Yep.
Those are the people that work with you every day over in the exercise area that they come up with this stuff.
They do.
Yeah.
I set another one for them and make it more interesting.
So how do you like Friendship Village? How long have you been here?
Been in since November, and we really enjoy it here. It's a different experience than outside, but it's a lot of interesting people and interesting things to do.
Where did you come from?
Schaumburg.
Schaumburg. Oh, okay. So you just moved over in another part of the city.
We crossed from the south side to the north side of Schaumburg Road, basically.
Oh, well, that sounds good. So you're looking for, are you going to participate in any more games before the end of the week?
Yes, I'll have archery and home run derby tomorrow, and then fishing on Friday.
Wait till you see the Home Run Derby. That's an amazing building, too. So,
I'm aware of the building. I'm just going to be interested to see if I can even hit the ball.
well, they'll give you a good shot.
Fun.
We're with Carmen and Enrique. They're part of the Silver Games representing the Park District. And last year you won the bicep curl.
Yes, I did. 59 points.
59 points. That's a lot of biceps.
Yes, it is.
So, and I heard you had a little medical problem a couple days that had nothing to do with that, but are you okay now?
Yes, I'm okay. I got open heart surgery,
Okay.
and it was very delicate, but I'm fine now, and I'm trying to compete again.
Well, that's good. We're glad to have you here. Now, I see you have a number one. What that's from volleyball?
Volleyball in the water.
Yeah, that was really fun watching it. Now, you don't play volleyball that often, do you? But the president's here to.
I don't have the opportunity to do that, so
But
once in a while.
But it's amazing how there was a lot of volleys out there. It wasn't just once and over the net.
Right, but the thing is, when I was young, I used to play for the school.
So you had a little secret ingredient.
Yes.
So what's your most fun thing doing the Silver Games?
So far, it's the volleyball game.
Well, if I won too, I think that is. And what do you like doing with the Park District? Because I know you're pretty involved.
Oh yes, I go into the CRC 3 times a week to do exercise.
To do exercise. Yes. And what do you use, the machines or the pool or what?
The machines, the pool, and the regular classes.
So you use everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Quality parks and recreation opportunities are essential for a healthy, thriving community. Studies show recreation and leisure programs reduce stress and make communities healthier, reduce crime rates, and increase local property values. The Schaumburg Park Foundation recognizes the value of maintaining an exceptional park system in Schaumburg and helping those in need enjoy recreation and leisure programs. Through our 3 fundraising events, Solstice Hop and Vine Fest, the Lynx Technology Cup, and the Holiday Bazaar, we work all year long to ensure that everyone in Schaumburg can experience health, wellness, and active fun through superior parks, programs, and amenities. Learn more or donate at SchaumburgParkFoundation.org or call 847-985-2115.
We're still at the Senior Games. We happen to be at the Sports Center right now, just finishing up the archery contest, and I'm with Carolyn, and she is a fitness or sports specialist, right?
A senior fitness specialist.
A senior's fitness. Now, what is that title?
Well, it means that we do assessments and we run programs and teach classes for the seniors at Friendship Village.
Okay. And that's getting to be a more specialized field, I assume, because seniors face athletics from a little different point of view, right?
Absolutely. There are lots of things that we take into consideration. Their strength, their ability to breathe, obviously, their ability to move. Some of them face challenges. We teach classes that are done all seated, so a sit and fit class, which almost anybody can participate in.
Yeah, I think the Park District has a sit and fit class, and I've watched that class. There's a lot of work in that class.
Absolutely. We go through working all of the different body parts. We do cardio, stretching, strength, balance. All of those things come into play in any of our classes, but you can do it seated, which many people aren't aware of.
Now, one thing I was impressed with is at the obstacle course, you actually try to bring these features into the course, right? To have the seniors participate in that.
Absolutely. I'm sure people just thought it was a goofy thing of silly activities, but each activity actually mirrored one of the things that we work on in our classes. There was a balance. The first one was balance, and that's where they were carrying a ping pong ball while they were walking with their feet farther apart than normal. And then we had a pulmonary one where they were blowing an inchworm off a table through a straw, and we had a strength one where they were rolling up something, working their forearms and elbows and wrists and even biceps a little bit. And then we had a brain one where there were hand prints, and there were right and left hand prints that were colored that had different colored words on it. So like a yellow handprint might have the word green on it, and they needed to put the correct hand on each one in order, only that said green, not that was green, but that said green. And then
and
the
then
last
you had them in a peanut butter one to confuse it.
Right, that was just a silly, goofy, fun one. It was peanut butter pong, where they had to bounce a ping pong ball onto a slice of bread. It had to stick in the peanut butter. But that's good for hand-eye coordination and judging your strength and stuff also.
Okay. Now, when the people come to you, and I'm sure the same is true at the Park District when they're doing new exercise, they should see a doctor, right, and get an advice from the doctor what's appropriate.
One of our requirements to join our fitness center is that we must receive a doctor's clearance that it is okay for them to exercise. So if we don't have that, they can't do the assessment, which gives them membership. So.
Okay, and then from that point on, you try to work with them at the level that's appropriate for each individual?
Absolutely. We make recommendations based on our findings in this assessment test that we do, and also based on what their specific goals are in an exercise program.
Okay. Well, what's the fun part of your job? I would think just working with the seniors would be fun, but is there anything specifically that you really get a great kick out of?
Well, they are very grateful to have us there. They're very inspiring. I mean, today, some of the people who are participating in these silver games are 90 plus. That's very inspirational, I think, to almost everybody. So it's super fun. It's fun when they get better at something that they've been doing. That's really cool too. And I get to exercise while I'm at work, which is a big bonus.
That's
for
a good
me.
deal.
It's a great deal, yeah.
Yeah, and I can see. I mean, I think working at both the senior center and the athletic center over with Schaumburg Park District and in your area, it gets them involved socially. It gets them involved with their brain, trying to think of what they're trying to do. There's a lot of positive effects, and that's one of the reasons people are living longer, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think there are 7 different pillars of wellness, and at Friendship Village, our programs hit all 7 of those, and so the social part is a huge part of it as well. So
now, before we did this interview a couple days ago when I was talking to you, tell me what your background is.
I owned a dance studio for 20 years, and I still teach at the same location now. So I've been a dance teacher for 40 years now.
Okay, now, what's it like? You probably work with them from little kids when they were just hardly could move up to teenagers and then adults. What's it like working with all those age levels?
It's fascinating because each age level they bring different things to me, and I need to approach my teaching differently for all of them. But the coolest thing is, a lot of times I have many students that started with me when they were 3 years old, and many of them are working professional women now with children of their own. And sometimes I've even actually taught some of my students children, which is super cool.
Yeah, it would be.
The relationship, unlike a school teacher that usually only gets students for 1 year before they move on, dance teachers often have them throughout their entire lives, and that's a pretty cool thing.
Well, it's another long week that's over, but it's been so much fun. We've had a great time, and I hear that some of the people already want to know the colors for next year. What's that all about?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of the week, people were in my office trying to sneak in the bags and check out the color before we officially handed them out. So they're always wanting to know, right, Lisa? Yes, they are. But what do we do?
Oh, yeah. Or I lie and I tell them it's like chartreuse or, something crazy. And
Well, some of them,
you have to wait.
some of those colors have been a little loud.
That's true, but, there's only so many colors. I've been doing this 12 years, Burke.
Well, that's true, too. But what a week. The water volleyball was a lot of fun. The obstacle course. I mean, everybody seemed to have a good time no matter what the event was. The seated hockey.
Oh my goodness. It was there were more people in the penalty box yesterday. I'm telling you, and one of my ladies who first time she's ever played, she was walking with her head down to the penalty box, and I said, No, that's okay. You don't have to feel it, bad about it. But and then she kind of got in the groove of things, but she was in there a couple more times.
And we had a couple from Friendship Village that the man and the wife got in the penalty box at the same time. And when they told me that, I said, oh, that's a scandal waiting to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they needed, little fisticuffs,
but every one of the events seemed to go very well. I think people enjoyed themselves. What I do see is a community coming together, because some of these people have never met, and others, this is the only time in the year they get together, right?
You know what is a really great thing is when you see them come together, and you'll see, the people that come over here from Friendship and ARP, and they'll be like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And they embrace each other, and there's nothing like that. It really is. That's really the reason we're apart from maybe the original Senior Olympics, is that there's more camaraderie based.
Yeah, I think so, and it's nice that some of the people that have been here for years are now residents at Friendship.
Yes, that has happened. We're 12 years in the making, seniors. The natural move is to come on over to Friendship Village when they want to sell their home and have all the amenities and having all of us taking care of them.
Okay. Well, am I invited back next year?
Of course.
Okay. So one of the things that maybe we ought to say here at the end, because there are people that will look at this or have been here and said, how do I ever get involved in this? When should they look for it in the brochure?
It'll be in our summer brochure, but there will be a preview in our spring brochure, just saying look for the Silver Games in our summer brochure.
Now,
So
are you
it's
going?
actually gonna be in 2 of them.
Are you going to sing a song for that?
Oh, no. Not so much.
All right. And over at Friendship, you put signs up, and there's a sign-up area that they go to, right?
We do. The fitness department starts advertising it about 3 months in advance, and then everybody signs up, and there are limits for some of the games, so we encourage people to sign up quickly.
Well, that was a problem this year. I know people came to me and they said, I didn't get there until 5 days after, and some of the events were already closed. Yes. So it is a good idea to look where the information is and sign up. I'm Burke McDonald with Schaumburg Heartbeat, and hopefully you enjoyed this segment and that you'll consider joining the Silver Games for 2020.
Hi folks, this is Heartbeat and I'm Don Clancy. Today we're visiting with the folks at the Schaumburg Public Open House, sponsored by the Fire Department and the Police Department. We're going to see a lot of great activities there today, so stay tuned. Great day so far, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you're going to show us something pretty exciting here in a few minutes, right?
Absolutely.
Well, what is it called?
It's just a simulated roof rescue. So sometimes we have patients for a variety of reasons, roofers specifically, homeowners that get themselves in trouble on a roof. If they're doing something that's a little out of their comfort zone, maybe twist an ankle, could be construction workers that get hurt while on the job. They call us to come out and get them off of a roof when there's no other access down but by a ladder. And if the patient's injured, it's very difficult to get them down a vertical ladder when we could do it in this fashion off of a Stokes basket, which is the equipment that's laying behind me. What we're going to do is simulate what we've done on the roof with the patient that's already up there, so you guys will be able to see what we do and how we get him from the injured position onto the Stokes basket and then onto the truck and get him off the roof and bring him down to a waiting stretcher, which we can get him into the ambulance. lowered. Packaged on the floor into that Stokes basket. Now the 4 firefighters are lifting them to that bracketing system. They're strapping them into place. And we have done this before, and patients, people like any of you could be in a situation like this, they get very, very nervous. So our job is just to continually comfort them and assure them that nothing is going to happen. Depending on their extent of injuries, if they're conscious or unconscious, that also adds an element of a little bit of, I'm sorry, I'm struggling for a word here, but it can change our outlook on the patient. If it's going to be more expeditious, if they're unconscious, we might have to actually perform medical services on their roof and stabilize them before we would get them down. So they have them stabilized on the basket, and then you have a truck operator at the pedestal of the truck, and he's taking that equipment and getting them up and over the tree here, and he's going to lower them to the waiting ambulance that we were pretending is in place with the stretcher over there in the far end of the lot. So if you haven't seen this before, you know, to me it's always pretty impressive how quick and smooth the truck, its fluidity works with the raising and lowering of the basket. Our truck operators have a lot of experience in driving these rigs, and every day we practice on getting them up, setting them up in the proper fashion, and making sure that we can do our job in an effective manner.
How high will that go?
This is 110 feet. So the setback, sometimes you can't always get that full extension though, but depending on if you're 30 feet from the curb, for example, you're not going to get that full reach. And at this point, we have our patients securely fastened in the Stokes basket. We're going to get them off onto the stretcher and then into a waiting ambulance. Any questions anybody have out there for me? Any questions, guys? Do you have any questions? How are you guys?
Oh, we're great.
Good. I thought you had a question for me. I was all excited.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No question?
We're just speaking loudly.
Okay.
That's all right.
Miss?
If the patient can't lay on their back, then how would you get them onto the stretcher?
So a young lady up here asked if the patient can't lay in their back. So if what we're typically going to do is put them on, it's called spinal mobilization. So we actually would try to get them to go on their back to keep them the safest and most in line. So if they physically weren't able to, we would be able to put them in a position of comfort, you know, to allow us to make sure that they get transported safely while in the most pain-free manner. So we can alternate and move them in a different position.
This event really gives people a chance to mingle with the first responders, both the police department and the fire department, of course. Mm-hmm. And that's a real great public service.
We love what we do.
Yeah.
Everyone on the department, we have a lot of new members, and everyone is very vested and really loves what we do, and it's a passion. It's like a calling, you know. So.
Well, you guys are our heroes. There's no question about that.
I don't think that, but we do it because we enjoy it.
Hey, folks, we're talking with Lynette, and Lynette is a what?
Forensic technician.
Forensic technician. What are we going to see in the truck today?
So today in our truck, so this is called our MCAT truck. It stands for Major Case Assistance Team. And inside the truck, we've got a bunch of specialized equipment, tools, instruments and stuff like that we can use on a crime scene. So we've got special cameras, we've got a special system called the Pharaoh, which will actually take a 3D scan of our environment, and it'll create like a video where you could do an actual like fly through. We also have some fingerprinting tools, we've got blood mapping tools, we've got also bullet trajectory tools to find like the paths of trajectory of a bullet from a gun.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it is.
How do you use this truck? Does it stay in a fixed location, or do you actually take it out to crime scenes? Or?
Yeah, so this is what we call like a mobile crime unit, and what it does is when our team is activated, we will actually go out and respond to any crime scene. I saw that. We'll respond out to any crime scene, and right now our MCAT task force is composed of 23 police agencies. So any police agency can activate our unit only for specific crimes like homicides, non-parental abductions, or serial rapists. So we would actually take this vehicle to the crime scene and offer additional resources to the agencies that need it.
We're talking with Lieutenant Siebert, and there's an unusual truck behind us here. Would you tell us about it?
This is Squad 55A, and it differs from our Squad 55, and that this vehicle was purchased through a MABUS division, which is all the surrounding departments pitched in and helped buy the vehicle and all the equipment on it. This is more technical rescue that handles all of your structural collapse, your confined space, rope rescue. It has all the heavy equipment used specifically for those types of calls.
So if I was out and we were doing a ditch somewhere and the ditch caved in on me, would this be the truck to come?
Yes, this is the vehicle that would respond because we have all the equipment to help shore up the ditch and the ladders to get you out.
Well, thank you very much. Any other feature you want to mention about the truck?
It's got a lot of tools. We can handle about any emergency that comes down the pipe with this rig in Squad 55.
Here at the Community Rec Center, we have WellBeats. So WellBeats is a virtual fitness system. It's an on-demand system. We have it here in the wellness studio and also in the cycle studio. You can choose from a variety of classes. The offerings will tell you what kind of equipment you need. You get that motivation from an instructor and you don't really have to think about a workout. It's extremely user-friendly. You press play, then it will be reflected on the big screen that we have both in the wellness studios and the cycle studio. And you can just run through the workout. It's like an at-home kind of video workout, but here you have all of the equipment at your fingertips, everything you'd need to run through any workout that you want.
This is Heartbeat, and I'm Don Clancy. Okay, folks, we're back, and we're talking with Dennis Schmidt, Officer Dennis Schmidt. He is, I got a friend with him, a canine. What's the dog's name?
This is Canine Magic.
Magic. Oh, great name. Great name. What are we going to be seeing here?
We're going to do a quick demonstration showing an apprehension. So we're going to have our bad guy out here. We're going to have Magic come out of the car and apprehend the bad guy.
Oh, that sounds great.
The way that this is going to work is we have a remote control for the police car. The back door is controlled by a button on my uniform. If I'm ever in trouble and I need Canine Magic to come out of the car, I can hit that button and he's going to come out and help me. So that's what you're going to be seeing here is him getting deployed from the car to come help me.
Yes, we're talking with Chief Walters. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing great.
Looks like a great turnout today.
A really nice turnout.
Yeah.
We had some nice weather, so we have a good crowd.
What's the main purpose of having this event?
I think it's there's multi-purpose. Actually, we have an opportunity to teach the public some fire safety and life safety, and also in working with the police. It also provides the community an opportunity to see what their tax dollars are paying for. I mean, we have excellent service levels here, great equipment, and great personnel. So it gives us a chance to show off what we can do.
It also, I would think, gives the public a chance to mingle with the first responders.
Absolutely, and I
Yeah.
think one of the things we stress here in Schaumburg is interacting with the community.
Hey there, we're talking with Sergeant Elliot Rose of the Schaumburg Police Department, and we're about to see a demonstration with the phasers. Can you tell us what that's about?
Yeah, it's actually a taser. A taser device is a less lethal use of force option that we in law enforcement have on our belts. It's something that we utilize to not fight people. We don't want to go hands-on. We don't ever want to get hurt ourselves. So it allows us to temporarily incapacitate somebody without really causing much damage to them as well.
Oh, that's great. I'm not going to volunteer to get phased.
Yeah, you're not going to want to get tased, but it's a great tool that we have. But again, it is just a tool.
What exactly does your division do?
So what we're going to be doing at this station here today is auto extrication. Our companies today are going to be demonstrating extrication of this vehicle. And in town we have 2 trucks and 1 squad that has extrication tools on it. So what we're going to be demonstrating is a trapped person in a vehicle, and what we have to do to remove the vehicle from around them to get them out of the vehicle.
Extrication tools. The engines do not, but we still train with all the members of our department to be able to cross-train and have these same skill sets. So if there was more than one patient in this vehicle, we would be triaging, taking out the worst patient first, make sure we can get them, if something was not a serious injury, but we can get them out readily, we would do that as well. So we have to make multiple decisions based on the patient's care needs of care. So now they're going to be able to take the whole roof off and make this car convertible, which is going to make it very easy to remove patients.
Well, the day is over. This has been an exciting day for us all. And this has been a presentation of Heartbeat. My name is Don Clancy. We'd like to dedicate this to all the first responders.